this week we're going to be reading and writing about another traditional tale. Now, let's see if you can guess what it's going to be. I have one little pig, two little pigs, three little pigs, and you've guessed it. Who's coming? The big bad wolf. That's right. We're going to be reading The Three Little Pigs. Now, we know that traditional tales are passed from generation to generation to generation. And so sometimes they change ever so slightly, but the main part of the story stays the same. Let's see if the story that we read today is similar to a version that you've heard before. And just like in all traditional tales, there's lots of repeated language and repeated sentences. So if you'd like to join in with Mrs. Harrison. The Three Little Pigs. Are you all sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Once upon a time there were three little pigs. They were brave, they were bold, but they weren't very big. One fine day, the little pigs set off to see the world. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, dear piglets. Always look out for the big bad wolf, said their mother. He's bad, he's big, and he'd love to eat a tasty little pig. The three little pigs hadn't gone far when they met a man carrying a heavy load of straw. I could build a very fine house with that straw, said the first little pig, and he did. The two little pigs set off, leaving their brother at his house of straw. Before long, a man came by with sticks, on his back piled ever so high. I could build a very fine house with those sticks, said the second little pig, and she did. The last little pig set off, leaving his sister at her house of sticks. Soon he met a man carrying a load of bricks. I could build a very fine house with those bricks, said the third little pig, and he did. Meanwhile, who was creeping up to the house of straw? It was the big bad wolf. Little pig, let me come in, he growled. No, by the hairs on my chin, I won't let you in, squeaked the first little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, roared the wolf. And he did. That was the end of the first little pig. Next, the wolf crept up to the house of sticks. Little pig, let me come in, he growled. No, by the hairs on my chin, I won't let you in, squeaked the second little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, roared the wolf. Help! And he did. And that was the end of the second little pig. Next, the wolf crept up to the house of bricks. Little pig, let me come in, he growled. No, by the hairs on my chin, I won't let you in, squeaked the third little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. Oh, but he couldn't blow the house of bricks down. I need a new plan, he thought. Little pig, called the wolf. Be ready at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll gather some tasty turnips. The little pig knew that the wolf planned to eat him, so he set off at 5 o'clock. He filled his basket with tasty turnips and hurried home for 6 o'clock. "Bother!" growled the wolf. "Little pig," called the wolf, "be ready at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll pick some yummy juicy apples." So the little pig set off at 4 o'clock. He filled his basket with juicy apples and hurried home for 5 o'clock. "Bother!" roared the wolf. "Little pig," called the wolf, "be ready at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll go to the fair." As soon as the wolf went away, the little pig set off to the fair. He had so much fun. I can see the wolf coming. At 4 o'clock, the wolf arrived. Just then, the little pig rolled back from the fair inside a barrel, and he bowled right over the wolf. Quickly, the little pig ran indoors. Now the wolf was really angry. He climbed onto the roof. "Little pig, I'm coming to eat you up," he shouted down the chimney. Indoors, the pig put a pot of water on to boil. Suddenly the wolf fell down the chimney into the pot of boiling water with a crash and a splash. And that was the end of the big bad wolf. And the little pig said, "Now I can live happily ever after in my fine house of bricks." And he did. Home, sweet home.